Director Wes Clark and cinematographer Devon Smith are the creative team behind the series Groupie, the blueprint of a self-made millionaire. The show follows the journey of 6 women with troubled pasts who are brought together by the self-made millionaire Bella through mental, emotional and sexual manipulation. Bella coaches these women on how to become rich and successful like her. And Wes and Devon join us now. How are you both today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, man. Thanks.
Brilliant, thanks.
Taking the interview.
So, what was it that inspired you to take on the project of Groupie?
Well, and once again, thank you. So myself and my brother have been, we go as the Clark brothers, and we are a creative, writer and director team, and so this thing is based on true events. We actually, the character Bella is an actual person that we know, that's based on an actual person that we know. And what happened was we were supposed to do it as a documentary, and she got cold feet and decided to let us do it as a scripted series where we can make it a little bit fictional, but take her real stories and then do this. So in actuality, the 5 women are different aspects of her personality.
Yeah. And did you get any feedback from her or any criticism indeed?
No, no criticism. She really enjoyed it so far, at least. She's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But, all she wanted is like be able to get the stories out there at the same time. She didn't want to offend anybody, so we changed a lot of names and things like that.
Yeah. And how else did you make sure that it didn't offend her and anybody else? Because I guess it's quite a difficult subject matter.
Yeah. I just prayed that she would, prove. No, but I mean, she saw the scripts. She gave us what she did was give us full control of the creativity side of it.
Yeah.
All we did, we sat with her. We, kind of like interviewed her in a way, but we were doing that for the documentary anyway. Yeah. So we just took what she gave us and was like, okay, let's try to bring this to life and put a point out there that we was trying to put out. So she saw all the scripts even before we shot them.
And for the 5 women that play Bella's proteages, what qualities did you look for in the actors?
Just really, I think we were looking for the different quality. If they could bring the characters, they're actors, right? So we always supply the actors with good background characters, right? And just to see if they could find a way to relate to them some way. Because every actor should be able to find a way to find something, even if I'm not like that person, but something about them and me fits, So that's what it was. It took a while, but we found the right cast finally.
Yeah. And Devon, you were the cinematographer for this series. Do you think that your cinematography was key to visually developing the series?
I think everything kind of came together pretty well, from the actors, the locations that Wes selected, and I hope it was an integral part of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the feedback that we've been getting, a lot of people are really in love with the cinematography. So I'm happy. I'm excited about that. I just really was trying to get my brother's vision across, because Wes came to me with the idea maybe 2 to 3 years before we actually filmed. And I thought it was a dope idea. And at the time, we were trying to kind of correlate our schedules, because at the time I was super busy. Yeah. And he was like, look, man, I'm going to put down these dates. Try to make it out for me. So I was like, all right, cool. So he set his dates, because sometimes that's what you got to do, right? You can't keep talking about it. You just have to make something happen, put a plan together. So he put the dates down. I was like, I'm not sure who I'm going to be able to bring with me. But at the time, the dates that he selected, I said I'll definitely be there, and whoever I could bring with me. So I shout out to my team, Ronnie Homer, my cousin Six. They were the ones that was available. And
That's
And,
pretty much the thing.
And my boy Fuzzy, they were available.
Yeah.
They came, they rocked out with me. You know what I mean? We had a very small team, and we went in and we shot it. We did a lot of stuff with natural lighting. We maybe used one or two lights just to bring up the light level in the rooms, but we kind of played a lot of things naturally, and it came out beautifully. The performance was great, so I'm very proud of it, especially since it hit Tubi, and I've been getting a lot of phone calls. Because sometimes you feel like you gotta have everything planned out perfectly, but sometimes you just gotta go and do it. So I'm really excited about the feedback, and I feel like the cinematography definitely helped the project.
Yeah. And how did you go about conveying the glamorous lifestyle that these women have? Do you do your cinematography in a different way than you would for something else?
Well, I think every project I take on, I try to I never try to stick to any one style. I kind of let the environment, the acting, the storyline guide it. So these were beautiful women, and one thing I do, I love to light women. I love to shoot women. So I just try to make them just enhance everything. You know what I mean? Like the lighting really sell them, because we had a cast. One thing with Wes, he definitely cast some beautiful women. So we had a whole cast of just gorgeous women. So it wasn't a lot that I had to do. I had to just pretty much turn on the light and just find that angle, and that was it.
Yeah,
I tell you, it comes a little easy to him. It seems like it, at least. But the being a filmmaker, we had, obviously in school you had to go through lighting, you had to go through all this stuff. And I'm not even gonna hold you. Lighting to me was very hard. Like the technique of it. And he's really good at it, and it's just like, but the key is to make it seem like it wasn't lit. You know what I mean? Make it seem like regular light. Like it wasn't lit. There aren't lights on these people. It's just like you're looking through your regular eyes and you see these people, Right.
Yeah, I really focus on what the available light was already doing, and then I just brought in lights to just really get a soft image. I used some diffusion. I did a lot of I bounced a lot of the light in the room too, just to keep it soft.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people forget about lighting maybe outside of the film world? Because if you've never worked in film or studied it, you would probably never think that things have to be lit.
Well, I hope they forget about it. That's the key. I hope they don't see it and be like, "Oh, he lit it with this, he lit it with that." I hope they're engaged in the story and not even thinking about the lighting. I just hope that the image is grabbing them and making them, "Oh, let me watch this." You know what I mean? So I wouldn't. If they paid attention to the lighting, I would probably feel like I didn't do a good job,
Yeah. But I guess subconsciously, you want them to think about it. Subconsciously, they'll go, oh, it's dark. This is scary.
Yeah, subconsciously, I want them to feel what's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's the key word, feel.
Like
you did a good lighting job if that person feels what the mood.
Yeah. Now, I've watched the first episode of the series, and the show is quite fast-paced so far. Maybe, a bit of fast editing. Was that a conscious choice?
Yeah, it was, because we wanted to kind of drop you right into that world. It is a fast-paced world.
And despite it being quite fast-paced, there's all sorts of kind of themes and genres in it, like drama, heartbreak, wit, and some twists in the story. How do you manage to, have them in a fast-paced story without it feeling sudden or forced or contrived?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I think it really goes to that's a collaborative thing, right? Well, my brother and I will write the story. We kind of bounce the stories off each other. Sometimes he'll write the episode, the first two stories that you saw. One episode, the Rock Groupie, Chastity, the Rock Groupie, that was written by my brother, and then the episode, the Hollywood Groupie, Lucy Hollywood, that I wrote that one. So we just bounce it off each other. And then it's a collaborative thing with the actors, just trying to really get the feel of these characters. They get them, they become them, and that's how I think it's a collaborative thing. And then we turn to our great cinematographer and be like, hey.
So I guess the question is, if it wasn't so fast paced, do you think you would have had to add maybe an extra episode or so due to all the stuff that you've maybe had to cut out that's just filler, really?
Yeah. I didn't want it to feel like that. That's the worst because Devon's he's an editor as well, right? So he knows the worst thing we want is for people to feel it's too long.
Yeah.
You want people to want more. Right. That is an editor's nightmare to be like, yo, when is it? If people looking at their when's this going to end? It's an editor's nightmare. So you want people to be like, wait, that's it? Wait, what's going on? What happens?
And how long did you two spend in the editing room? Because I guess is there a risk of losing perspective if you stay too long?
I think I'll leave that up to Wes because he was in the editing suite. I wasn't able to be in the editing suite. I didn't even know when he
was
finished.
so busy. He's a multi-talented filmmaker, so he's a very good editor, but he's just as good, if not better, of a cinematographer. So he's been out working. I did a lot of the cutting on my own, but it's we spent a lot of time in it. Like I said, like I said, that question was so good because you can lose perspective because we've been shooting this thing for over 2 years, like throughout that course, because we shot one episode, right? And then, a cast member quit or something like that. And then we recast them and we shoot someone. So it's a big, tough task of, matching the situations and, the moods. Thank God that these women, character-wise, are different women, so we can go with different moods, lighting-wise. So that helps, But it took me it took me a while. For the whole thing, over the course of a year, just editing as we shot different episodes.
Wow. I think I'm glad Wes was able to edit it because I think his style, the style that he came with, my mind wouldn't have went there. He used a lot of the cell phone footage, and because I'm so big on actually shooting the stuff, and so I would have probably leaned more towards the actual stuff that we shot, but he edited that. He used a lot more of the cell phone footage, which gave it like a reality feel. I would have probably went with it less. So I like that he did that because he got to stick to his vision, and it made it like cinema and reality come together. And I think a lot of the reviews that they were talking about, they like that. A lot of it was attributed to me, but that was more his vision to do more of that live cell phone, social media type of vibe. And I like that he put a lot more in the edit than probably I would have if I put it there. So I'm glad I didn't compress his vision by editing it, because I'd have probably went a whole different direction and went more, because that's just where my mind is.
Yeah. Wow. And this series, Groupie, The Blueprint of a Self-Made Millionaire, is available on... Guess what?
Tubi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or not to be if you're outside of the US, right?
That was good. Tubi or not Tubi.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully Tubi will go international soon, but definitely be on the lookout. Or if you got a VPN, use it.
Oh yeah, that's the secret. That's how you do it. Perfect. Yeah. Excellent. Well, many thanks to both of you for coming on today. It's been great chatting to you.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the interview and the great questions.